Brooklyn Beat Syndicate. Great beatmaker community in New York. Check them out. Welcome, independent artists, musical storytellers, and innovative beat makers. I'm Sanjay C, and these are this week's music gear news, deals, and freebies. First of all, I'm going to be talking to some people at Ableton next week. Yes, the company Ableton. And I want to hear from you first. What are your hopes and wishes for Ableton Live in the future? And if you're just getting started, what are some of the barriers you face when choosing a DAW or specifically choosing whether to go with Ableton or not? So leave a comment below and I will take your comments to my conversation with the Ableton folks. Our first news story comes from Korg. They've introduced a new version of their Volca sample sequencer. Volca sample now has more memory, double the original size, new sequencer functions, and connects by USB to your computer to manage samples. The Korg Volca sample includes its own sample sounds, but you can also upload your own samples to sequence and modify them. The new sample management interface for your computer makes this much easier. This wasn't available before. And you've got more memory, so now you have 200 slots for samples and 16 patterns. The Volca sample is $150 for a standalone instrument. That's pretty cheap. You can pre-order the Volca sample using the link in the description. All right, next up, I've got two quick stories for you. The first one, I'm not so sure about. Antares, the makers of Autotune, has introduced Autotune Unlimited, a subscription-based way to own all versions of Autotune and 11 additional vocal production plugins that they make. This includes a doubler, mic modeler, saturator, and other stuff. It costs $25 a month. It's $250 a year. $250 for a year sounds steep. What do you think? Do you currently subscribe to any plugins? Do you think it's worthwhile? All right, next up, I told you I'd give you an update on Sonible's Smart Reverb, their newest plugin. I took it for a spin, and I have to say, it worked really well on vocals.
My fall, better days make me crazy. I'm lost and waiting. Who was there when
I tried it on one of my songs, and it got the sound right away. And I really like the adjustments you can make to get the sound more natural or much bigger. This is not just a preset selector, it listens to your sound and then adjusts its settings. Great plugin. The only thing is I feel it's a little heavy on my system. A couple weeks ago, I introduced you to Parallel Aggressor by Baby Audio. They are sponsoring today's news report, and I've got a great exclusive deal for you today. Parallel Aggressor is a plugin for processing 3 copies of your original audio sound individually within a single plugin. With Parallel Aggressor, you get compression, saturation, and your dry sound with no processing, all in one, so you can balance it all. This is especially useful for drums and really makes the drums sit a lot more cohesively in this mix. And you can add a little heat or this spank compressor to add more punch. This plugin is also useful on vocals. They've even got synth presets in here. You can get the intro deal right now for Parallel Aggressor. That deal ends August 31. Now, if you want a nice bundle of their stuff, use the link in the description to get 15% off any of their bundles. You don't need to be an expert to get good results with this thing. You don't understand parallel compression? They've got a preset to cover you.
Music heals everything, and especially when you're trying to clean out your parents' garage with your siblings. We've been really working hard, and the only thing getting us through it is the chill vibes, the lo-fi music from our featured artist. Juicy is originally from Vietnam and lives here in the States in Texas. If he wasn't making music, he would be a graphic designer. Follow Juicy on Instagram. And if you'd like your music featured on Sanjay C's channel, follow Sanjay C on Instagram, tag Sanjay C, hashtag Sanjay C News, and back to you, Sanjay.
All right, let's get to some deals. First and foremost, one of my favorite vocal plugins ever, Exhale by Output, is on sale. 30% off for a limited time. If you don't have it, you don't know what you're missing. Of course, don't forget about the Sonible Smart Reverb and the Sublab deal that I mentioned before. Those are still on sale. By the way, I only recommend deals on things that I've tried and I really love. So you might hear me repeat items in the deal segment from time to time. That's because this is the stuff I highly recommend. Last deal, Sweetwater has demo deals constantly, but right now, if you're really fast, you can get a demo deal on the PreSonus Atom, which is an excellent controller for Studio One and Ableton Live, but they've only got one. I'll put a link to all their current demo deals in the video description. All right, the freebies. First, Neutron Elements is free on Plugin Boutique, but you'll need a coupon code. I've added it to the video description. It's usually $129, so go get it for free. Next, if you've got Focusrite or Novation gear, check your plugin or Sound Collective account. You now have Simple Concept by Krotos for free. Hey, if you haven't checked out my interview with Tetro, don't miss the interview. I talk about my process, where I began, and why I switched from Logic to Ableton. Visit his channel or click up here. That's it for the news. Keep making the music you love, and I will see you guys later.